Bum 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 bum. Dum 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 dum. Oh crud! I've. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. The camera's a bit crooked, but that's fine. So, I do want to finish this tonight. I'm done. I want to move on to the next building, but I kind of want to be able to utilize and strip down some of these parts so that we can use them in the next one. I'm just updating the shorts stream. I'm just going to put that there, see what happens. And then, yeah, so it's all these little parts. I haven't finished this back end here. There was a video that I did a couple of days ago, which was all about how do we put the leaks in these buildings, which is pretty good. So I'm pretty chuffed with that one. Let's go any duration. Thank you. And that'll be suffice. Let's get back. And then I click on, oh gosh, that one. There we go. So I can see both chats. All right, Leo, welcome to the stream. So yeah, let's go ahead and start adding in some finishing touches. I do need to create some like little assets that'll go around the scene. So for instance, what I was thinking, let's just get rid of that, is just some signage. So for instance, if I were to go into a plane, rotate along the X, scale 0.25, GZ up a little bit. Let's maybe give that a little bit more squeeze, something like that. Finally, paying attention to the alerts. Awesome. Welcome, Mr. Spooky. Giwoon, welcome to the stream. Night Cow. Where is my magic sauce? It's over there. I'm feeling rather parched. What alert I was... Oh, an alert you're waiting for an hour? Yeah, it's... You have to remember daylight savings has now changed. So this is roughly now 10 to 10 at night. Kids are obviously staying up later on. Do you remember the days when my daughter was a lot younger and she would be constantly coming in here? Yeah, those are the days. Oh, okay. So, what I kind of want to do here is obviously go around and we add a whole bunch more assets in, so on and so forth. Yes, please do that. Turn on. And so this is one of my biggest things is I can't do artwork, like logo stuff. And so what we'll probably end up doing in a sec is making a bit of a atlas of textures, or sorry, of logos and such that we can throw onto these boards. That's a little bit too big. I'm just going to go something like that. Let's go P, separate by selection. Do something like this. E to extrude. And then what we'll do is make some legs. Oops, let's go there. Scale X0. Scale X0. And then we'll just move it to this. What the? How bizarre. Ah, there it is. Oh, ploppers. Is that not in the middle? No, there we go. That's fine. And then the idea that I was thinking here, probably could do this a bit better. But for now, we'll just go like that. So I wanted to make this board. Now we can join these two back up. And let's go rotate 10 degrees. Control A, apply that rotation. Shift D, rotate Z 180. And then we'll do something like that, for instance. Let's maybe line it up so this is all in the middle. Did I? Yep, that's fine. So we'll select all that. Shift S, cursor to selected. Right click, set origin to that 3D cursor. So it's sitting in the middle. Perfect. And then one thing as well we can add in here, we just need kind of like another bar. So scale, rotate Z, G, Y, and then we'll bring that in. Scale that in. And then E to extrude. That's a bit weird. Scale X 0, E to extrude. There we go. So we've got kind of like this, nice and simple. I don't know what to do today. Phew, neither do I. It was good. My son was after a tutorial for something completely different to Blender, and I'm like, I've got you covered. I was able to give him a Blender tutorial on how to do something in Krita. Hilarious. So we've got this. That looks fine. That looks fine. And then this is where we're going to have to come in with our signage. Now, one thing we can do, and I know some people are going to have a hissy fit. That's fine. If I type in vector logo, pretty much anything with a logo, we're going to go fine. I will open up Krita and we'll make a 24 by 24 texture. So let's go new 2048 by 2048, create. So now we kind of have this box. And then from here, let's actually just split the screen. And then we'll come over into here. And now I just want to kind of grab some of these logos and then we'll bring them into Krita just so we can have some images and such. So Control V, put that layer in there. What's another vector? Let's go cheese. I like that one actually. That one looks pretty cool. So although this building is more cyberpunkish, still kind of going with these elements as well. But because we're going to try and make an atlas, a quality live stream, thanks buddy. Because we're going to be making an atlas, we can always swap this around, make our own new atlases. Cheese, no, personalize. Cheese, let's go robot repair. Row door. Oh, that's too much white. This one. Let's go here. Grab this one. And so we're just quickly making a texture atlas. That's what I'm going for. The cool thing about it as well, so I'm going to dump that. Let's go one more. Flying car repair. See if anything comes up. Ooh, I like this one here. It's almost like a transport one. Actually, we'll grab two of these. I'm going to grab this one. Control V. And then we're going to grab this one. That one there. Oof. It'd be good to throw some words on it and such. What else we got? Give me a different color. I think green or something. Something bright. Give me a bright color. That one's not bad. Let's take that. And then, yeah, if I can separate everything into, maybe 8 images, that'll be good. Anything else? Heck yeah. I'm taking that one. Beautiful. All right, so thank you, Midjourney. You have done well. Let us now go ahead and rearrange all this. Let me go into a white layer. And once we've done this, I will show you how to utilize all this. I'm going to make that, because I painted on it, that can go to the bottom. Let's start from the top. What the hickabotham, whatevs. I'm going to dump that one in there. Let's go to the next one. Let's go to the next one. And then we'll go to the next one. Cheese. Everyone loves a little bit of good cheese. Put that one there. I think we might have to rescale this afterwards, but I'm okay with this. Actually, can I? Can I rescale them all at once? I sure can. Holding shift. There we go. So we've got room to probably put another few in there. Awesome. So what I'm going to do now is go File, Export. So we're going to export this into, not that one, into 151. And this is going to be T underscore logo signs under D. And then I'm just going to save this one. File, save as, just so we've got that. Idiot. I'm going to save it as a PNG. Save. Okay. Done. Let's get rid of Creator now. Now we can kind of create two textures. I mean, really, we could almost even create one and then just use black. Quasi, well, happen to be up. Perfect. Just going to scroll down here. What's going on here? 9 people on the shorts. Welcome to the stream. Feel free to hit subscribe. Over here, let's go into a new material. And this one's going to be Matt underscore signs. From here, we can come up into shading. There's that leaky texture that we were talking about earlier. Let's go Control T, open. And then, because yeah, I want to be able to release this on Patreon, hopefully, if not tonight, tomorrow night. Let's go into Material Editor. And then as well, no, Image Editor. I'm going to split this because I want my UV editor in here. UV. Perfect. So now I can come in, select this. Actually, we'll skip both of them. Scale, so they're together. And then this one here can maybe be something like that. Nice. Yep, that's the right way. Let's... I'm going to extrude that one. Deselect that, and I'm going to delete faces. I'm going to extrude this one. Deselect that and delete faces. So now we've kind of got a back face. I'm going to select both of these. Control I to invert my selection. And then all I'm going to do is I'm going to actually just set this to be black. And I'm just putting it on like the black section. And so now we've got a cool little sign. How many lads until 100k subs? I think 830-ish. Let's have a quick squeeze and see if we can bring it up throughout the stream. And ooh, that video. Okay, there's a new video there. Let's go into open that. I don't really want to close that. Click on this. Click on this. No, click on this. And then we go into... You can do it. Come on, computer. We're there. We're almost there. 821 to go. We're on that final stretch. So yeah, I'm happy with that kind of sign. Ooh. Put the roughness up for me, please. And I mean, technically, we could even pretend to illuminate something. 8,888 to go. But the cool thing about this now is that if I want to change it, technically what we could do is make a bunch of signs. And so if I were to grab these two, we can make this one the cheese one. And so you can kind of see very quickly how we can replicate this into other places. And then, you know, if we really wanted to, we could go into kind of like a sign, rotate X, rotate Y, scale. Let's just zoom in on that. If I now go into logo, nope. Signs, material, we can come into something like this, and then this becomes our vertex 1. X90. Let's maybe realign this a bit better so it's sitting more in the middle. Bring that to there-ish. We could hide that in the corner. Now, I am super rusty with creating it so it looks like it's ripped. We would need to go into an alpha. So if I went into a noise texture, noise, the factor goes into a color ramp. Americans. Color ramp, ramp, ramp. There we go. And then that goes into here. We want to make sure that the details are fully up. We bring that in and we bring noise and close. And then now it looks kind of shredded, kind of ripped. We want to make it a little bit bigger. 0.2. Whatever's good enough. If I want to actually move it around, we can add in a mapping node. So something like this. I hate you so much. Let's bring that down to there, and I'm going to use the UV as the example. So let's go to maybe, yeah, something like that. Then on the X location, all right, slow down. Nice. And so now we've kind of got this damage thing. The Vernoid. All right, well, let's try that one. VER. VOR. Can try it. Let's go here. We'll go down into the vector. Distance into color goes into there. Oh. Ah, this one looks more like it's been ripped. Not ripped and jacked, but more ripped. Okay, let's move. Yeah, interesting. Well, hang on. Let's do this. Let's do a mix shader. No, mix color. You go into there. You can come into here. Shift D, put that one into there. Mix. I think we go add. No. What is it? Subtract, maybe. Let's go subtract. Screen. I suck at this. It's not screen. There is a subtract. Yeah, subtract. There it is. There we go. Now we've got that kind of like nice, strong rip, for instance. So we do have a bit of the graph. It does look like now someone's picked at it and gone and ripped it off. I should probably make a video on that one. But yeah, so this is stuff that we kind of want to go through and okay, let's go duplicate this one. And this one here is actually going to be underscore stickers. This one here will fix up and we'll rename it back to that. Let's get rid of the alpha stuff. You come back to being signs, please. Nice. There we go. So we've got those kind of like 2 texture sets. We've got one for our stickers, which are going to be where people have ripped it off. And then the other one's going to be our signs. So that's kind of cool. What I would like to do is probably do this later, but I wouldn't mind creating some more air conditioning units. I know I've got a ton of references of walking around. And I'm like, oh, air conditioner, snap. Oh, air conditioner, snap. Wait a minute. I do have something that I've been building slowly. Silly Marco. So I've been making a texture atlas here. And so this will have all my textures of air conditioning, and I'm trying to pull in like that. Trying to do a bit of a different approach. So that now I've kind of got that one material that covers everything. So if I go File, export that puppy, please. Oh, soda cans as well, yeah. Let's come into our Scifi building. We will name this as T_indust atlas. I'll put this under the P for PNG. Got all these little things that I'm working on. Done. Let's close that. Because the reason why I wanted to take that is because then from here, if we wanted to, actually, yeah, good point. Let's pull that out. P separate by selection. So we've got this piece. I'm going to go quickly something like this, something like this. And what we are going to do, I mean, technically, what we would do is we would insert this into a wall. So we'd already do a cutout. But what I'm going to do for now is make this kind of boundary. Let's get this one here. We will hotspot this piece. That becomes the green. So if we have a look, beautiful. But here, this one here, let's go new material, and this is going to be our matte_industrial_atlas. From here, into shading. Control T. Let's go open our image, industrial atlas. Just rename that real quick. Beautiful. We have this. Let's jump over to our selection. Where are you? You're there. Well, I want you to be this door up here. Something like that. And now we kind of got this door. Sweet. I wonder. Where is that other file that I was working on earlier? If I go into a hue and saturation, color, I want it, actually maybe we'll just rotate the sun now because it's taken the full brunt of it. It's not too bad. I think it's okay. Will the edge crease follow model into the game engine? Will the edge crease follow? Oh, you're talking about this stuff here. So that is part of the texture, not that one, this one. So, and the way we've UV unwrapped it, if we select everything, you can kind of see how it sits in the corners. So that is going to come across. But here, I'm just trying to think, what if we went into a bump map? Hide map, maybe? I don't think so. I don't see that spitting out. I'm intrigued to see what that looks like. Ooh. Invert. Ooh. Strength, 0.1. No. I might put it into an online converter later on and try and... I know in Krita we can actually build normal maps, so maybe I might do that later. But for now, We'll just leave it as is. Now, I'm just going to Control J to join these two, and then we can push everything back. Like so. Let's go GY. Move that into a bit of a better position. We don't have any lights here. Oh, do I have a light on that? Can't remember now. Where is it? Did I put a light on here? Dang it, Bobby. No, I don't have a light on here yet. That's one of those things that I wanted to put in. I think I was trying to find. I do have a photo of a train in Sydney. I took photos of the lights. It looks really silly. What is this guy taking photos of? Yeah, lights. Control E. Let's go mark seam. Control L. Whoops. Control L. I just want to select everything. Let's come back into layout, and I just want to do a hotspot on that, and that'll hopefully clean it up a little bit. Yeah, that looks way better now. But we do need to add in those lights. One thing that we are missing out in the details down here is the kind of piece. If I go GZ now, bring it up. Something like that. Now we're going to have that door handle just there. I mean, we can add in some details. If I were to add in a circle, let's go down to 8. Rotate Y 90. Something like so. That can now be assigned to this. Let's go into UV editing. Nope, let's go into shading because it works like that a little bit better. That one there, beautiful. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Oh, there we are. Oh my goodness, come on. You project from view. And then we could just so we have a little bit. Is it necessary? Not really. Oh, I thought you meant the UV cut edge and my stream was behind. If you're new to the stream, welcome. Consider hit subscribing. That'll help me out a little bit as we continue on our path. Hopefully that sound's not coming through. Hopefully as we continue our path to the 100,000. Okay, good. I like that. We're missing stuff here, and I think that's where all these power boxes and such will come in, for instance. We could even go like really crazy and add in a lot of pipes. So for instance, oh my goodness, Marco spin. So for instance, if I were to shift right click there, let's go into mesh, cylinders. Let's go 24. Oh my goodness. And then this might be just a cheap way of getting some extra detail. GZ. And I'll put that there. Spin tool, favorite tool ever. Hold Ctrl, E, Shift right click to put our 3D cursor there, E, where is it? There it is. Shift right click and we'll pinch that around. And let's go E. Select everything. I'm just going to move it over a smidgen. Nice. And then from here, we could do, I'm just going to Shift D, Shift D, Shift D. And that way we know that those areas are okay. Scale Z0. These areas here are not, which is fine. What is going to be the best way to do this? Maybe we oops, select these spaces and control numpad plus to increase our selection. GZ. There we go. And we'll deselect that one. GZ. Beautiful. GZ. Beautiful. And so now we kind of have this cool looking pipes going all the way up. I know there's, I was looking at somebody else's atlases and there's this really cool, just atlases of just cables. So that's probably something that I'm going to end up making as well. You can see that there's plenty of like pipage in here and such. So we can probably steal from there, which is good. One thing that it doesn't have is clamps, for instance. So if I were to go shift right click and then we just add in a bit of a box, box. Something like this. Scale X. Nice. GZ. Shift EZ. Because obviously most cables, pipes, whatever you want to call them, will be secured. Nice. Shift D, X, Y. Shift D, rotate 90. Nice. I like this. I like this building. I think it really, really good. So let's go Control J to join on them. Shift right click, auto shade. And so this is where I think I'm going to have to find like a PBR material or something and just let it go. But for now, do I have pipe seal? There we go. Perfect. A little bit shiny. Let's go a little bit darker. Down the shine and bring the roughness up. And so now we've got that. I like it. I think it looks delicious. Jim O, welcome. Hyperins Live, welcome to the stream. Sorry I missed your raid the other day. I literally got off and then like it popped up with a notification. I was like, oh, far out. Okay, let's move this over to the side. And I reckon that looks delicious. I think these pieces down here is what's going to make it as we kind of like go ahead and start building more and more into that environment. Had me. So yeah, I like these signs. So if we go down into maybe night mode, let's go -5. So this is what our area looks like at nighttime. We did talk about, for instance, if we put in a light, area light, rotate Y 180, and then we give something like this. Shift D to the Y, and then that'll give us a little bit of illumination. U and U, sorry. Let's go Alt D. Then that way I can control both light sources, 200. And so now we've got that, and we might take that idea. Let's do a Shift D, rotate 90. Yeah, it was a bit of bad timing. So that looks cool. And then we could put like a light up. Ugh, that'd suck if you were that guy. Maybe this one here, we could put in some lights that come down. Definitely going to have to put some lights around here. So just kind of like planning that around a little bit. I like that idea. Alt-R, Alt-R. So maybe if we add in, yeah, 2 sets of lights here. That'll give us that. That's kind of cool. Any RL this time? No. Still nothing. I'm waiting. I tell you, it would be magical. So if I go Shift S, how are we going to do these lights? Because I've made these lights, which, yeah, they're okay. They don't really have enough oomph. But if we were to like Alt D, bring that one into here. And just put in our lights like that. Because we know that if we're just using an emission, it's not going to be the best. We'll probably increase the amount of fireflies that we get. Spot's Kitchen, welcome to the stream. But yeah, that looks nice. That does look pretty cool. Under here is what we need. We need lights to illuminate down from here. Because at the moment, you wouldn't want to be shopping at something like this. Okay, so I'm just going to hide the ground for now. And do we do just kind of some LED lights? I think might be the case. Let's maybe grab this and this. Shift D, GZ. I'm just going to move that down out of the way. And I'll go P, separate by selection. So that we can come into here. Let's go GG. Pull that back. And pull this back a bit. Control Shift B. That's nice. From here, what's going to be the best way? I'm going to convert this to a curve first. So curve, convert to curve. So now it's a curve. Okay, so it's not a mesh, but a curve. We can go into depth to make it thicker. Excellent. Now I'm going to convert that back to a mesh. And so now we've got a mesh. If I line this up under here, interesting. Now we do a light. What does that look like? Needs a bit more oomph. Do I have a matte? So that's 10. Let's duplicate this one. We'll call this one bright. Let's bump up to like 200. Now we've got some extra illumination. H. Then hopefully now we've got the ground reflecting up a bit. Let's do Control A to do that thing. Let's go hotspot on that. I hate you so much. Okay, let's come back into this. Just need to clean up our windows because you can see that solidify modifier really easy. Control E, mark scene. Hotspot. Now when we're looking at it, it should look a lot better. Beautiful. So now we do have that illumination underneath. Does though still seem like it's missing? I've got a feeling it's just the junk. Maybe inset pot lights. Yeah, I think that's the way to go. I don't think this here. I think you're right. Let's go with that. Thank you, Mr. Leo. It was an idea. I tried. I failed. What's the lesson learned? Never try. So, shift right click. We will go into a we'll go into a mesh. Let's go into a cylinder. I'm not so much going to bother it to be kind of like an in LED. Let's go like this. We'll do I to do an inset, E to extrude. I think it needs to go up. Because we're going up, 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 da, 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 da. And then we do something like this. I think it would be better. Auto smooth. Let's add our two materials. We will put the light bright. Light bright will be that material. This material here, make it silver. What's your problem, computer? What's making you think so hard? Whatever. I like that. So if we have a look in here, so we've got these little lights, which are good. Can we? Yeah. Whoops. Alt D. Let's go there. Alt D. Through there. Alt D. Put one here-ish. Alt D. Alt D. Alt D. I got a feeling that they're going to have to be a bit bigger. Yes. Much better. Oh, isn't that right? Bring it down. GZ. Oh, no, that's fine. If I do this now. Yeah, that's a bit better. And then we can actually come in and put actual lights in here. And I think that'll cover us a bit more. Don't forget the security camera too. Nothing's future. So more than... Perfect. That is a great idea. So I'm going to bring the lights up. Okay, settle down. Do I have a security camera? In terms of, have we got anything? Why? I'm thinking of like CCTV. Like, let me put a box and a lens on it. No. Let's have a look. If we go back into shading, we'll throw our, here we go, we already got it open. Do I have anything that looks like a security camera in here, maybe? Do I? No. I mean, we've got this lamppost here, which is kind of cool. I like these boxes. But I don't really have anything. I mean, we could probably make that. I think might be a good piece. But I don't really have anything that's a camera. Technically, you know, like even just a bubble camera. So you got like a cylinder. I don't know how I feel about that one. It's kind of meh. Yeah, let's just maybe do like an old school one. So from here, Shift S, cursor 3. Shift S, cursor selected, scale, bring that in. Something like that. Actually, I'm okay with that. Let's do I to do an inset. Oh my goodness, stop in this mode. Then from here, let's just slight bevel on this. Something like that. What we might do, thinking maybe we go, yeah, 15 degrees. We select both sides, Shift S, cursor selected. I'm going to do this. So we have that. Let's delete these faces. I'm going to grab both of these, E to extrude to scale on the x-axis. So we kind of have side plates here. Let's go ahead and add in our bolt, if you know what I mean. That's going to be holding the camera. And while we're at it, I'm not going to put too much details in this, because technically what we could even do is just to put a texture over it. So might be something I can do a little bit later. Shift D, rotate Z 180. One thing that I do want to do is I'm going to, in here, Shift A, I'm going to add in a curve, Bezier, delete everything, come into the draw tool, up the top, we're going to go onto surface. And so if I do something like that, we can see that I've now drawn a line. With that drawn line, I can increase 0.001. We can now go convert to mesh. That is now mesh. And then, for instance, we can grab this. I might just rotate that one out so it's sticking a little bit further. Still got the same exit points. Lovely. 2 cables. Here and here. Control J to join. Let's go auto smooth. Lovely. I don't like this. So I'm going to grab both of these. Control B to do a bevel. I'm going to grab both of these and the 2 at the back, 2 at the back. Let's go GZ. Just to kind of give it something extra. Seems a bit too wide for me. I think the plates are too big. So scale, Shift Y. Shift Y. Oops. Shift scale, Shift X. Yeah, I think that's a bit better. There we go. So that gives us that. So we've got nice little camera. A little bit different than usual, but that's fine. From here, let's go into our materials. Did I join the ground as well? Oh, gosh. P, separate by selection. And then let's just look at the camera. Minus, minus, minus. This will become our industry. Industry. What the heck did I call it? Just can't spell industry. Ah, what the? Oh no. What have you done? Let me just undo all that. Select that. P separate by selected. Idiot. Minus, minus, minus. History, save. Let's go into UV editing, and then we're going to quickly unwrap this thing. Can you stop being a jerkosaurus? All right. We can do U, cubic projection. Okay. Let's go. Trying to find something that would, you know what I might do actually. So the lens, that can be maybe this glass here. I might just do a V to rip. Will it let me? Yeah, suck a lemon. So maybe what I might do is go Control L, not U. That will give us So it's something like a dark plastic or something. Do I have a dark plastic anywhere? There. Cool, whatevs. Control L. This can be like this color here. It's just that ooh, I like that. That looks kind of cool. The sun is so bright, and that's why it's destroying. Like if we bring it into the shade, yeah, that's interesting. And then here, let's grab these. You, where are you? You're over there. Come down here. I feel like this should be way darker. Do we have a darker thing? Maybe, yeah, maybe just down here. Oops, scale. And then from here, let's go into GZ. And then this is an object that we could probably replicate all over the place. Play some Zomboid. Oh, gosh. Don't do it. Am I in a good spot? I am not. Yeah, maybe we go big cameras. Something like that. Shift D. And then we could throw that one in there. I'm just going to do a Shift D, Alt R. But what I want to do is I'm actually going to set here and here. Shift S, cursor selected. Right click, set origin at 3D cursor. And then that way, yeah, having these cameras I think has been pretty good. Yeah, stuff that up. Jeez. Come on, you can do this, Marco. You know how to use Blender. G, Y. And then we'll do here again. Shift D. Something like that. Shift D. Something like that. Just so we've got multiple cameras there. I think, yeah, I think that's adding to it. Oh my goodness, my legs. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Consider hitting subscribing. 179, 180. Awesome. See if we can break 200. It's free. And I will be very grateful if you can do that. So I'm just going to add in, let's just, oops, move this camera here. And then also this camera here. Let's go G and might just move it to there. Yeah, that's a really cool addition. Got to do something about the interior though. These lights in here, oh, actually we could probably maybe even just grab these ones. I don't think it is the right solution. I think if anything, whoops, I'm just doing Alt D. Alt D. If anything, it should be like a massive get stuff floodlight. But that's kind of enough. I think here is a wasted opportunity. So maybe what this needs is into the file, asset browser, jump into here. Let's go into the fuse boxes, give it a sec to load, and then we might dump a whole bunch of stuff into there. Yeah, I like that. That's great. And then for now, yeah, we just, oh, that's rotate ZZ. I hate it how the sun's so bright. rotate ZZ. Let's put it in here like so. And we're just kind of like covering up a little bit of this wall space. And then here, rotate ZZ 90 to the minus. Yeah, beautiful. And then one more, big power box. Why? Because we hate electricians. we did put a ledge. So I'm just going to grab this ledge, Control L, Shift D, rotate 90, scale on the y-axis. Nice. And now it's going to be, we're going to have to create a whole bunch of assets to be able to put in here. I like it. What do you guys think? Are you happy with this? I know I am. Not happy with this texture here, but I'll live. Actually, can I grab this? Let's go into UV editing. We need to click on, oh, sorry, let's go into shading. Click on this green color. Oh, no. Stop. So, got to make sure I've got the UV map selected. Right. If I move that to there, to something like that, what does that look like now? Just seeing if it... Where's that one? Well, that's there. I wonder if my normals are stuffed. Nope. We will fix that anyway. Shift N. Hate you. No, that one's fine. So let's just quickly go around, just fixing up my model. It's clearly I'm stuffed it. Let's go into here, face orientation. Just quickly all the normals, just to save us a headache later. Hide, oops. Perfect. Shift N. Shift N. Oops. Gone solid mode, dude. What are you doing? Shift N. Go on, Marco, you do this real quick. That. You go like that. Shift N. Shift N. That there. Nice. Oh my goodness, Marco, what are you doing to yourself? Roy last stream shows it. I need to make my own grunge atlas. Oh yeah, there's a link. No, there isn't. If you go to my latest video, One Inspiring Artist, it kind of goes through there. Yeah. Yes. All right, how's that look? That looks great. We know that this is stuffed because... Is it stuffed? Shift N. Hang on, no, you shouldn't be stuffed. Inside. you. I should be fine. What the heck is this? Oh. All right. We seem to have now fixed everything, which is awesome. No more reds. That's fine. That's to be expected. And then you up here. Oh, gosh. You. What is that? What is that? It's a decal that we cut out? Yeah, nice. Where did we put that? We put that up there. So, yes, all the lives are saved. Here, let me go find that video for you. YouTube Studio. Now code a human pen. Okay. Realistic material. Oh, there it is. There's the video. Catch me up on this video. That's a little bit weird. No, don't. No, just give me a link. Get shareable link. That's the one. Control V. So that is how I make my textures, my grungy textures. But yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. Shift N. Is there glass there? H? Is there no glass? No. Yeah, it's right there. Hang on. There's no glass. Whoops. Oh, well, let's fix that up. Shift D. And we'll scale that up. And F. Shift N. I hate you. Shift N. Inside. Plus sign. And we'll put in glass. A sign. Oh. Glass 2. There we go. I believe I don't have glass there. Go on. Shift D, scale, F, G to the Y. Assign. Select that. Shift L. And now we have that. Obviously, yeah, we need to create shelves and such. But now we have glass there. That's there. This is all looking good. Kind of want to start a new building tonight. We've been going for an hour. That's not too bad. How many subscribers have we gone up? None. Okay. What other things should we be making? Go and check out of course, save it. What maestros are doing in Blender playlist. What other things should we be creating? Like these things. I mean, we could ultimately as well. Let's go scale Z1, GZ1. If I scale this down, scale X 1.5, I'm going to apply the scale. Now the idea that I have is, oh, come on, Marco. Let's go into solid mode. Oh, thank you, Mr. Guru. I didn't mean membership. I need subscribe. I appreciate you. Far out, Brussels sprout. Thank you. Thank you. We'll give that a moment to go through now. So what we need to do now is I'm just going to create a quick Saruni. So if we have this, grab these. We'll grab around the outsides here as well. Control B. So we have kind of like this container. I'm going to, whoops, let's go into new solidifier into something like that. Let's go 0.005. Nice. Hey, it helps. I'm not going to complain. I most certainly will not complain. We have this now. If I grab this, let's go Shift D. I'm going to put 3 edge loops. We will bevel this. Delete these ones. The mesh isn't optimized, but I'm okay with that. Let's go P separate by selection. There we go. GZ. And then that gives us that. I like the humor in the direction. I don't have any jokes. Oh. I didn't write them down. What's the first sign of a computer getting old? Loss of memory. I had them all lined up. The what do you call a Viking that's lost his boat? Hiking. I love that one. And a lot of people at work love that one as well. But I can't think of the other ones. Gosh. Okay, let's grab this and this. Friday, now you're making me think. Dictator Tiger, welcome. What do you call it? Makes sense. Lost his car. It's not Roberto because that is Carlos. Why does the Swedish Navy have a barcode on it? To Scandinavia. Yeah. Those are some rookie numbers. You got to bump up those numbers. All right. Sorry. Let's go like this. Invert. P separate by selection. Let's go into here. And we're going to select all this. Control L, delete vertices. This and this can join together. Join. Let's go ahead and with that selected. Yep, there we go. Oh, jeez. Here. Oh, yeah, you got to be quick. As I say to my son, you got to be faster than that, buddy. Let's go 0.2 in. Wait. No, that doesn't work. This needs to go back to 0. These pieces here, let's go GZ. And that's going to come in like so. If I do an Alt S, will that shrink in a bit? Yeah, nice. That's a cool looking box. Let's apply solidifier. Apply the solidifier. Control J to join. And so now we have this cool looking box. And then if we really wanted to, we can come in here, select maybe this face. If I move that to about there. Let's go, oh, I can't do that. We'll go to materials. This one here can be sign, stickers. Assign to that one. Let's go into UV editing. Let's go into shading. I want stickers. Where's my sticker? And then this could be a, yeah, whatever this sticker is. Ah, that's annoying. I'm going to cut that. I reckon we might just go into the alpha like so. Suck. Rotate Y. U, project from view. Nice. That gives us that. Yeah, cool, whatevs. And then from here, if we wanted to, we could go into kind of... I wonder if I could DreamUV this. I don't think I'm going to be able to, but we'll give it a crack. DreamUV. Hotspot? Yeah, I didn't think so. Okay, somewhere doesn't like something. Ah, there it is. So, yeah, this isn't going to work for a DreamUV. So, we might just kind of go... Just think what's the best way. So if we did something like that, and then we went into an ambient occlusion, which really shouldn't have done that. Let's go into a mix color. Goes into there. Color goes in. Oops, no. Factor goes into there. This one comes that. That becomes that. Orange. Ah, you jerk. I want that to be there, and then this to be kind of like a darker color. And so now we've got a whole bunch of ambient occlusion in that area. We could probably make it a bit thicker by putting in a color ramp. That's a mixed color marker. Ramp. Put you into there. And then we can crush the black. Yeah, look at that. And so now we've kind of got this box. I know something that this shop needs is a trash bin outside. We do have trash. Just thought maybe add some small fountain under the house so it feels more grounded. Foundation. Like a fountain. What? Oh gosh. So that's what I kind of did with the interior by putting a foundation in there, because this we could get rid of. This foundation, what is that? Oh, this foundation down here, I can now put on any street and it won't matter. So that's why I have built up the interior ground floor, if that makes sense. So you've got to step up into it to cover us for that. Whoa. My tum-tum's rumbling. Yes, so we can make a bin. I've made a bin before. Right click. Welcome 3D working file. And then it is industrial kitbashing. I don't think it's this one. Nope, it's not that one. It is a different one. Shop building. These are all the buildings. What's this? Sorry, I'm just going to crack open some blend files. Fountain works. Destroy the foundation. Okay, let that open up. These are my buildings. If I remember correctly. I remember that one. Yeah, I was working on that one. Oh, these are these cans. Oh, sweet. More cans. Ah, sweet. More branding. Smot. Okay, that's good to know. I think we might take that one. Let's go File, Open. Shop Building V3. I don't think it's that one. I think it's an old... Yeah, all right. So it does have some, but it doesn't have my bin. There's my bin. I saw it. Do I see it? Ah, oh, there's meant to be a bin right here. Fine. Okay, File, Open. Don't save. We will jump into That's the shop building. That's the warehouse. That's the industrial kit bashing set. I think there's another kit bashing set that I have. Building kit bashing set? Okay. Does this have the bin? It does not. Dang it, Bowie. So yeah, this is some kind of like some of the buildings that we've created on past live streams. Let me just crack that open. And while we're waiting for that to open up, let's go external workshop. Yeah, it's that one. Drawing it. Let's go into D drive, 3 studios, warehouse, apartment. I know the file that I'm after. It's that one. Didn't like that one. In the slightest. Sci-fi mining ship, brutalism theater. Oh, that's that one. Oh, yeah. Speeder, Sci-fi 500 repair shop. Oh, that's a good one. Oh, yeah. I remember this one. So, yeah, we started building kind of like a bit of a city that we could utilize. So we might actually just use these as kind of like background assets, for instance. Because, I mean, they're not that heavy. And they do get the job done. But that was kind of like, yeah, I was just trying to build a bit of a kit bashing set for building so that we could slap stuff together and then create variations. But I think what we have... Oh, yeah. I remember this one. Hang on. Huh. Oh, yeah. I remember these ones. These are AI-generated objects. So, yeah, AI generated this 3D printer. I've gone to render while we... Oh. Wood. Oh. Let's get rid of all the plastic. Oh, my goodness. Oh, ploppers. Did it generate these chairs as well? Yeah, it generated these chairs as well. I remember this file, and I've lost all the textures because of stinking that add-on stopped working. Far out. Okay, it's got to be the F drive. Go back into here. Mine are 3D working files. Yes, toaster face. There's my bin. Found it. What's the chance it's not going to be the texture? Oh, it is there. Sweet. Ugh. That's an ugly bin. All that time looking for that piece of dumpster fire. Then we do have these vending machines that I created. Don't like them in the slightest, so that's why I kind of recreated it. So, let's go ahead. Recreate the bin. Okay. Alt-H, bring everything back. Let's go ahead and we'll smash this out real quick. GZ1. And let's... That, to me, looks like a pretty good size. Maybe we'll scale it down a little bit more. Enough for a dead body. Yep, perfect. Yes, that was my measuring scale. Can we put a dead body in there? Sure can. Okay, let's go delete faces. And then we will start off with this. And the way I'm going to do this is because I know that I'm going to put the solidify modifier on it. So I'm not going to be too concerned around... No. Delete faces. Cool. That looks great. That looks great. That looks great. Let's... we might... Just think what's going to be the best way. Let's go Control L. Scale that down. G to the Y. Shift D, Y. Scale Y -1. Are these... Oh, these are cool. Grab it or buy it. Hang on, what are we talking about? Sorry, I missed that comment. Shift N. I hate you. Don't do that. Shift N. Go suck a lemon. Let's go now and add in our solidify modifier. That does that. Awesome. We'll go V to rip. And then that way I can actually just move that up a bit. Oops. Grab both these. GZ. Then that'll sit something like that. But what we might do is I might grab this. E to extrude, Alt S, and pop it out a bit. Let's delete that face, and we'll delete this face. And then we have that. So now we kind of have this lip that goes around. Kind of going off memory at the moment. Control I, hide. Let's just focus on this bin. I think you meant all those passes projects. Oh, there's a whole bunch of them on Patreon. Oh, can you, Giwoon, can you send me a message on Discord? And then I'll send you stuff. Okay, let's do here and here. Shift S, cursor selected. And then from here, we're going to add in our cylinder. Rotate Y, X. Let's go G to the Y, scale. GY. And I'm going to put that like so. And then let's just put in a bunch of edge loops. Control B, middle mouse up. Control numpad minus to minimize the selection. Push that in, V to rip, Control L. Shift N. Sorry, I had a brain fart just then. Control B. And then from here, let's dump that one into there. Okay. I'm actually really happy with how this turned out. I know it's a little bit harsh. Let's go into add modifier, search, and put in a bevel. Just a little tiny little bevel. 0.01. There we go. That makes me happy. From here, Control S to save. I reckon that looks pretty good. I know from memory that there's actually meant to be another piece of metal here. But you know what? I don't care. So, Control S to save. From here, we need to create some wheels. Shift S, cursor selected. These are going to be some big get stuffed wheels. Scale on the Y. Control LP, separate by selection, please. Scale Y. I reckon they need to be bigger. So maybe we can move everything up. Hang on. You, and you. Can you join? No. Control A, Control A. Control J. Let's go G to the Z. These wheels can now pop up higher. Perfect. And then let's do this. I to do an inset, E to extrude, and we'll scale on the Y-axis. There we go. That gives us that. Let's get rid of that solidify modifier. And then Shift S, cursor selected. We might just do this on the cheap. So that we've got something like this. Okay, great. Let's maybe scale it down. Nice. All right. Ah, that looks like rubbish. Beautiful. Fine, we'll do it properly. here. That means that, and that can go. Face, select that edge, FFF. Then we can grab this section in here. Shift D, scale on the y-axis. Scale on the y-axis. Scale on the y-axis. E to extrude, scale on the y-axis. Can you scale on the y-axis, please? Thanks. Control L, Shift N. Nice. Just going to get rid of that bevel. Here, Control B. There we go. We could actually... Why are you taking so much time in this, Marco? It's the bottom of a wheel. But it's the principle of it. That actually looks alright. So from here, let's go there. Shift D Y. Shift D X. Actually, select all, Shift D X. There we go. Bam, bam. Super quick. Sick. It's okay if it is like an earth bin. This is space after all. It's more of a cybernetic journey. Let's go into hotspot. Where? Oh, there. Okay. I'll accept that. Okay, let's put in an edge loop through here. Oh, suck it up. That is a terrible spot for these. Let's grab these and we'll dump them here-ish. And then what I want to do is I'm going to select this area, Control E, mark scene. Hotspot. Yeah, that's fine. The problem with my hotspot is these. Maybe we'll just delete them for now. Yeah, let's do that. And then I'll fix it up afterwards. Select that, delete faces. Now you're going to do a hotspot, you jerk. They do mine. Oh, it's the bevel. Far out, Brussels sprout. Okay. Here. It's raining. A donut? What is a donut? Ah! It's a Simpsons reference from back in the day. Control E, mark seam. Hotspot. Perfect. So now what we can do is if we come into a layout, into asset browser, into my DreamUVs, we want something super dirty. Maybe this color here. Yes, look at that, nice and worn out. Delicious. Delicious, but I want something a bit darker. If we went something like that, baby blue, maybe an industrial orange, which is great. So this works really well. And so for those of you who haven't watched the last video, go ahead and watch it. But we will kind of do that same process that we did then. So if we go jump into shading, let me quickly add in another material. Where's our green material? That one. I'm going to grab all these, Control C. Let's remove our green now. Control V. Okay. So what this has done, I've brought in the texture, this grunge texture, and so we want to add this to around the edge of the bin. It's a bin, it needs to be dirty. Let's make it dirty. Oh, so filthy. So what we need to do first, does this color go in the bottom or the top? I think it goes in the, like that, maybe. So we need to click on the orange square. We need to click on the green triangle. and create a new UV map. I'm going to call this grunge. Okay. And then we make sure that we've got grunge selected. So now if I come up into here, am I not in UV editing? Where's my UV editor? Oh, ploppers. Okay, UV editing. I'm in UV editor. Ah. From here, I'm going to select everything, scale 0. So now it doesn't really exist in space. I'm now going to go ahead and grab the outside, U. Let's go cubic projection. Perfect. Now if I bring this down to about here-ish, we can see we have now added in our grunge off our second UV map. How stinking cool is that? Probably do the same thing for our lids. Control L, U, cubic projection. Yeah, there we go. Let's do that. Grab U and grab U. Rotate Z 90. Rotate 90. That's a little bit weird. Rotate 180. 180 minus. And so now we've got this grunge hanging like that. Perfect. Let's select this material. This material here needs to be like a dark, almost like a type of black rubber. Perfect. Control A, select them. Control J to join. So now we've got a dirty, dirty bin. Alt H. Does it belong? Sure does. Awesome. Perfect. Love it. How sick is that? So kind of decal. So it's not a decal per se. It is 2 UV maps at the same time. You can put it on as a decal, but it's more now actually in the material rather than another mesh on top. So, yeah, those cameras look pretty cool. Yeah, that's a cool bin. It's a nice boulder. Yeah, I really like that. That's great. Now fill it with trash. Okay. Back to finding the stinking kitbashing set. So frustrating. Do I have it in here? Open. Don't save. Ah. Is that it? This actually might be it. The file that I was trying to find. Click on that. Okay, there's my boxes. There's my bin. There's my rubbish bag. Haha, ugh. It needs to be like shiny. But not shiny. Ugh, I gotta work on that material. I need like a black plastic material, I don't know. So by using another UV channel, you can add a PBR material. So I'm correct. Yes. So, no, yeah. What I can do now is, yeah, I can add in like a second PBR material over the top. And what I've done there, using that UV map, is then, oh, yeah, how do I explain this? Ultimately, I've kind of created a mask. Maybe? I don't know how I'll explain it. I just know what I've done. If that makes sense. That's that one. Yeah. I don't know how to explain that one now. Sorry, I'm just trying to find something. There we go. That's that one. What, that one? So we got this bag now. Let's go Control V, G. There it is. And then if we bring it here, now we can be the lazy hobo who, oops. Shift D, move that there. We can go scale a little bit. I don't care if it's going to be kind of like in the ground a smidgen. Smidge. Shift D. Yeah, I got to go do some scanning of some rubbish bags, I think. Awesome. Oh my goodness. Can you please just... There we go. Filled it with trash. The other thing as well. So we'll put some rubbish in. Yeah, I got to work on that material. That's a future market problem. But then we can also, if we go into this one, we've also got boxes. Lots and lots of boxes. So I'm pretty sure as well I got a tutorial on how I did this stuff. I actually feel like... Yeah, so yeah, I did a tutorial on how took a photo and then we kind of built this across everything else. But we will grab that. Control V, G, G, bring that there. And so now we have, yeah, all these stinking boxes we can put around. Because obviously we've got tool bags that are lazy. Just put your boxes in the bin. There we go. Rotate that one. And then yeah, cardboard box. Oops. Nice. Because some lazy bum. Take out the trash. Delete. That's pretty cool. I like that. Let's bring down the lighting. It has to be, otherwise the lower channel, if you will, won't be visible. Yeah, so pretty much with the two UV maps is what we're creating as, yeah, kind of like a mask. All right, I'm happy with this building. I'm now going to try and export this and put this up on Patreon for you guys to download so you can play around. And I think throughout the week now we're going to be creating another building and hopefully developing some more assets to be putting in here. The other thing as well is side project. I'm helping someone who reached out with their game. It's kind of a bit of a space shooter game. And so what I'm developing now is a bit of a kitbashing set for like capital ships. So I'm starting to slowly put stuff together. This is a texture I was playing around with. I'm like, I don't know. I got to work on that one. But it's more so that they can set pieces with attributes and so on and so forth, and they can build their own ship. And so this is kind of like the idea that I'm going with. Oh, that is yuck. Control E, mark sharp. Let's do a hotspot on that puppy. Beautiful. Anyway, just playing around with some ideas on how to approach this. But yeah, that's ugly. I'm not doing that. Copy to selected. Beautiful. Control save. Ugh. Oh yeah. No. Oh, far out. It's these stupid pipes. Anyway, I'll fix that later. That's a future market problem. But yeah, so we're going to go jump over into Night in the Can, Gaming in the Can. So stay with us. Actually, let me just quickly fix up the YouTube guys down below. Oop, what do we finish on? Oh, yeah, not bad. If you want to continue to follow along with everything that I'm creating, consider hitting the subscribe button. Get me up there into the 100,000 mark. This week's videos, I don't know. I might just do a few more live streams to get some more people in. And then we'll go from there. Like I'll try and do maybe 2 midweek streams, but also try and think of a video to come up with. If you have any questions, reach out on the Discord. Let me know. And then we will go from there. But for now, stick around. Let's jump over into Gaming in the Can. I got kicked out of the mainstream, so I'm here. Oh, okay. So stick around. We're going to go over to Gaming in the Can, where I'll meet you guys over there. Like and subscribe. Be safe. Thank you. Gearwound.